Good morning, you guys. I told you that I would bring you along for a few extra day in the lives this holiday season, so I'm going to do just that today. Today we have some friends coming over. We get together once a month for poetry tea time, and this month I'm hosting. She hosted last month. They live about 45 minutes away, and so they just texted that they're on their way, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep all the food for that. I'll show you what crafts we're doing today, and then you guys can join us for our poetry tea time today. And then we just have a super normal afternoon and evening schedule today. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and prep all the food, show you the craft, and then we can get going. Today's video is in partnership with my pre-K box. I love my pre-K box for Annabeth and I to do together. Everything comes prepped and ready every single month. It's just such a blessing to have something that's really open and go. So their ultimate preschool learning boxes are packed with fun, engaging, no prep math, literacy, sensory, and craft activities to promote school readiness. We also have the Craft Lovers upgrade every month, so we get 2 additional crafts, which is so perfect for my daughter. I'm showing you guys the gingerbread box. This is the box for December. I think this might be one of my favorite boxes yet. We also love the sensory activities every month as well. It's so fun. These math and literacy activities are perfectly on age level for her. It doesn't feel like it's too much of a stretch. It's fun. It feels like we're playing together, and it's just a fun, gentle way to do school together. So thank you so much, Lindsay, for partnering with me on today's video. I'm gonna put a couple of discount codes for you guys down in the description box down below. You guys have heard all of this before because you know how much we love my pre-K box, but I am so excited to be sharing the gingerbread box this month and to be offering you guys these discounts once again. Thanks, Lindsay. All right, we are all set up for 2 projects here. So project number 1 is going to be these ornaments. Now this was an idea from this month's Wild and Free Calm bundle. It was watercolor silhouettes, and they put it in a frame, but I decided to get some really nice large wooden ornaments, which I will link these below because these were hard to come by. All of the ornaments were like 3 inches. These are 4 inches. And what the kids are gonna do is they're gonna choose a color of acrylic, paint that. Then they're gonna do some wet on wet watercolor, just let the colors bleed around, and we're gonna trace their silhouettes on the back of the paper and cut it out. And then they'll put it on the ornament and we'll Mod Podge over it when it's all dry. So those will be ornaments they can gift to the grandparents, just a different take on a silhouette. And then the other project we're doing, I put these in the wrong place, is we are doing aluminum foil embossing, which is just a fun thing. I actually remember doing it as a kid, but for that, you just take some cardstock and you draw a Christmas image like a candy cane or a Christmas tree or something very simple. And then you use glue and put yarn over your drawing. And then when that dries, you lay aluminum foil over and you push it down around the yarn, and then you glue it down, and when that's done, you color the foil with Sharpie. I'll show you as we go. It's just a fun craft for the kids. That's one that's not necessarily a keepsake, just a fun one. This is the keepsake craft. And we will get started on the gluing and the watercoloring before lunch, and then we'll finish the projects after lunch. So that's the plan. All right, we have their little dessert tray here. We've got some green crispy treats, and then of course, everyone loves an M&M Hershey's Kiss pretzel combo, right? These are the mint M&Ms. I feel like there's an M&M shortage. I cannot find regular M&Ms anywhere. And then we have a holiday fruit and veggie tree, some guac and ranch down here. And I'll show you what I'm making. So now I'm making some Christmas tree quesadillas with just some cheese in them. I love using these spinach wraps. It's so easy, little Christmas tree cutter. And when you fold it in half, it's like perfect because there's very little waste of the tortilla. So I'm gonna make those because they're likely pretty close now, and then serve it all up. Oh, I'll show you the tea we're gonna have today. It's a pretty warm day here in Florida. I think it's like 83 today. We did have a couple weeks in late November where it was like, our high was like 68 for a few days and everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's an apocalypse. But we're back to normal now. So instead of hot tea, we're gonna have some sparkling cranberry apple juice. So I just got some sparkling apple juice and some sparkling cranberry juice, and I'm gonna mix them together in the kids' cups. And that is sure to be a hit because our kids do love alternatives to tea whenever we have tea time. Also, this is my favorite combo right now when we have company, pine and vanilla. I usually do peppermint this time of year, but at the end of November, all of my family, like all 4 of my kids, John and I, we all got the flu, like influenza flu. Like we were laid out sick for a few days, and I just smelled so much peppermint and eucalyptus that week that I think we're gonna have a peppermint-free Christmas. So pine and vanilla smell so good together. So that's what I've got diffusing today as well. Oh, that's a lot of chips for that person. Whose plate is that gonna be?
It's going to be Ezra's.
Ezra gets that many chips?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Sophia.
Okay.
Stars brightly shining. It's the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voice says, oh night divine, the night when Christ was born. Oh night divine, oh night divine. Led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand. So led by light, our stars sweetly gleaming, here come the wise men from Orient land, the King of Kings laid us low.
All right, our friends just left and we finished up their projects. They went out the door with them. I am finishing my kids' projects now. These turned out so cute. I'm so happy with these ornaments this year. Every year, we started this when Bella was 18 months old. When she was 18 months old, we went on a family, like a big camping trip. We stayed in a big tree house as an extended family. So my brother and sister-in-law, and their baby was just a baby at the time, and Bella. And one day Bella went out with the grandparents. She was probably just fussy or something, and she picked pine cones with them. And so that year I took those pine cones and I turned them all into little Christmas trees. I painted them all green and put little pom-poms on them and hung them, and that was her Christmas gift to the grandparents that year. And then starting that year, I was like, you know what? This would be so much easier if instead of buying presents from the grandkids, they just handmade them an ornament every year. So my parents, John's mom and her husband, John's dad, my sister, and John's grandmother get an ornament from us every year, as well as my tree. So it's always a big to-do. So I thought it was perfect that I had seen these in Wild and Free. And I could just turn them into ornaments as this year's craft, because it's very difficult with two really, who could still do cute little handprint things, and you wanna be in it, and then two who are like pushing the teen years, who don't do handprint crafts anymore, to find things that work. And so these silhouettes are perfect. So I'll show you how it's looking so far, and then I'll show you a couple of our ornaments from years past if you want some ideas. But it's super economical way to do extended family gifts. And who doesn't like, we always put it in like a, what's it called? Are you doing bunny ears, you little goofball? We always put their ornaments, we'll tape them inside of a, it's like a t-shirt gift box, so they can open it up and they're all in there. It's like a pretty way to give them gifts, and the grandparents love them every year. So let me show you what. Okay, so how cute is this? So I just started with the Mod Podge. I have this gloss one, and you can see, I mean, it's obviously still drying, but it just turns nice and shiny. We painted these gold instead of white just to make it more Christmassy, and then we're using different colored Sharpies for each kid, but I just think this is the cutest. Every single one of these turned out different. Super, super cute. So I'm gonna work on these, but I'll show you some of our ornaments from the past. All right, here's the ornament from 2019. They made little snow globes. The kids didn't know it at the time, but this was their first ski trip. And so we made snow globes for the grandparents. The grandparents had also all gotten them like a day of ski school or tube rentals and things like that. So it was like a double purpose that, you know, the kids found out on Christmas we were going skiing, but they made these before Christmas, but it's still like a little snow globe the first year we went skiing. One year we made these little terracotta bells. So we just took these miniature terracotta pots and they, whoa, come back. They all painted them, and then I just hung a little bell inside, and those have been one of my favorites as well. I think this was last year's, looking at Bella, or looking at Annie, I think that was last year. So we printed Christmas hymns on cardstock and then used doilies to make little angels. Just printed out pictures. That was super cute. I loved that one. Here's Jesse's from that year. Our tree, our Christmas tree is just like one big craft, basically. This one was, but I think this was the year Eli was, no, this is when he was 1. Okay, so we have Bella here. This was little handprint Rudolph, and I know I saw the one of Eli. Oh, here it is. His little nose fell off, but look at how cute. He was so little. I've got to get him a new nose. Who put Cheetos on the tree?
Me.
Why is that on the tree? Did you save it for later? Did you think I wouldn't notice?
Yeah.
You came close. When did you do that?
How long has it been?
I don't know. Oh, these, yeah. We did these handprints one year. I wish I would have written the year on them. I did write the year, 2015. So these were little handprint. If you were to do this, I would suggest plastic though, because these have made me so nervous every year. So they just gripped their handprint on there, and then we painted little snowmen on there, which is cute. I think that's all I can quickly grab. Yeah, that's about it for now. Oh, here's another one. We made these one year. Lots of pictures, but so cute. I love it. So anyway, the silhouettes will be a different one, which I really like. All right, just finished Annie's. It's all almost dry, and I just love how differently it all turned out. I forgot to cite the author of that article. So this is by Kristen Rogers, which she has quite the following on Instagram, and I'm sure she posts some really cool ideas over there. I've actually gotten some great ideas from her through these bundles this year. So I really love these. These turned out perfect, and I really think the grandparents are gonna like how unique they each are. So every grandparent this year will have a different version of this ornament. All right, my parents have the kids tonight, so we are off on date night. Oh, let me turn that song off so it doesn't cause any problems. We weren't sure what we were gonna do, but our Outback has like, it's actually pretty dark and cozy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we find a dark corner and just hide.
Yeah, he's like, I told him, I'm like, you just pick what we're gonna do tonight. And he was like, you wanna go hide in a corner at Outback? I'm like, that sounds great. Although,
my face looks so weird.
Our best friends and us have the same date night, and half the time that we're at Outback, we run into them.
There or Target, we find them.
Yeah, also in a dark corner. Like, so they're the only people I wanna see tonight if we run into anyone. I don't wanna see people tonight. I feel like tapped out. We've had so many busy weekends. I literally wanna hide in a corner.
Yeah.
Do you see the boys' bow staffs back here? Their karate instructor said that they would like put everything we ordered for Christmas in like a, what is the word? Inconspicuous? Is that the right word? Sure. They would like bag it up so the boys wouldn't know what it is. And John walked in yesterday to drop them off and they literally just handed him that giant box. But it's not just bow staffs, although the boys have guessed, right? Did you say? Pretty much. They were like, are those bow staffs? Yeah. But it's like 2 sets of nunchucks for each of them and then some kind of stick. I don't know what it's called. At karate they just call it a stick, but some kind of stick. It starts with an E. That's the best I can give you. I think it's called like a, I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna say something wrong, like the Ebola stick or something. That's not right. Anyway, oh no, is that another accident?
It's probably going to up 43rd. I don't know, they're going somewhere else.
We got rerouted for a really bad accident a few minutes ago. We have such a, our town, oh, you can't see me. You probably don't even care about what I'm about to say. I sound like every Karen on every neighborhood page, but our town infrastructure is not made for the amount of snowbirds that we have had in the last 2 years. And there have just been so many accidents lately. Anyway, so yes, date night at Outback. See you there. All right, Target, it'll get you every time. We went in for, the boys have a birthday party tomorrow and this boy wants a football from them. So we went in for a football and dog food. And we got
eggnog.
I don't even remember all we got, but it was enough to make $213.
Yeah.
And the football was only $9.99. But it was stuff, like Bella needs new clothes. There were some cute clothes. John got a couple things. Can't remember what else. What else?
We got some coffee beans.
Oh yeah.
We got, I don't know, we got a lot of crap. Is that a harsh word to use?
I will allow it on the channel.
Alright, sorry.
It
was a nice Target trip.
Though.
What?
I thought that dog was just a stray.
Nice little
it was a
trip.
Nice stroll through Target. I guess they're open till midnight now. It's 9:30. Oh my goodness, it's 9:30. So it was kind of nice and empty. So it's funny though, because we were telling you guys that we usually run into our friends either at Outback or Target, and then we went to Outback and Target. We're a very predictable couple. Okay, all right.
All right.
All right, bye. What do you think? What do you think? What's happening, buddy? Look at my giant dog. My giant small breed dog. What do you think?
Oh, I just noticed it's me.
Huh?
Is it Mom? What's he from Target, Mom? What's he from Target, Mom?
He's so cute.
Did you bring me a latte?
Okay, I'm gonna end the vlog here for the night. The kids are gonna be home any minute. We let them stay at my mom's a little later because their cousins are in town right now. And they just got back from Puerto Rico, so they're gonna be spending some time with them over there, and we're not like doing real school right now. So we let them stay a little later tonight, but quick story time, and then I have a question for you guys before I go. I was just telling John that the Facebook algorithm, ever since I started posting memes on Instagram all the time, has been just grasping, I guess, for what to suggest to me. I probably look all over the place to them because I'll like click on memes constantly to see if they're worth sharing, and I find most of them on Facebook. So I'm like looking at this group, looking at that group all the time. And for about a month, about every 4th or 5th post that it was suggesting to me was like Freddie Mercury fan page, like Freddie Mercury this, Freddie Mercury that. And then the next thing it started suggesting to me was all these like bar tourism destinations, like the best bars in the country, which is super random. And now I was showing John, like, John, look, like it is just inundating me with Star Trek information, like so much Star Trek. Like, I've never watched that in my life. I don't know why. And it comes across my feed, and so I'll like hover on it because I'm always like, what is this? And then I'm like, no, now it's gonna think I'm like loving these posts. So I go to show him, like, look at my feed. And I'm like scrolling through, I'm like, look, it's like every 10th post is Star Trek something or other. And then I'm like, wait, it doesn't say suggested for you. I guess I had accidentally liked some Star Trek fan page because it's being suggested all the time. You know how there's like the button you can press? So apparently I'm in Star Trek fan pages on Facebook, and that is why Facebook thinks. I'm like, it's like relentless. Like, they've been suggesting this for like 2 months. No, I've just been a Star Trek super fan for 2 months apparently. Anyway, before I go, I just wanted to tell you guys that John and I, along with Jessica and Kevin from the Waldock Way, are collaborating next week on a wrap and chat with me video. So each couple is gonna put out a video while we're wrapping Christmas presents, and we asked on Instagram for some questions for a Q&A. If you guys have any questions for us or just topics for us to chat about. So I'm gonna ask you guys here too, because I usually only ask for questions on Instagram, and I know I have like 3 times the amount of people here on YouTube than I do on Instagram. So let me know in the comments down below if you have a question or a topic for John and Jessica and Kevin and I to discuss, and be on the lookout for that video on Tuesday. So I've got a lot of videos coming up next week. This is my only other video this week besides the self-care video that just went up. So I can just play catch up a little bit on things that need to happen for next week. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We had a fun homeschooling day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.